Harley every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA, The Source.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala!
All right, 19 minutes after 9 o'clock. We have so many things in our community that are the 60th annual or the 40th annual, and every one of them had a first. And I think we're going to learn about another first, and it sounds like something fun. Caren Holliday is in the studio. She's from the Pioneer Garden Club of Ocala. And Scott Mitchell is in the studio. He's the director of the Silver River Museum. We have an event happening this Saturday, December 6th, called A Cracker Village Christmas. And this is, I guess, by the Silver River Museum in this Silver Spring State Park / Silver River State Park. I'm a little confused what to call it now since they changed the name a little bit. But Caren and Scott, good morning to both of you.
Good morning. How are you?
Good to see you. So do we call the whole thing Silver Spring State Park now, or is it in two halves?
No, it's all one state park, and it's called the Silver Springs State Park.
Oh, okay. So even the area where the museum is Silver Spring State Park.
That's right. It's all one big property. It's about 5,000 acres.
All right.
And people still refer to Silver Springs as Silver Springs, of course, but technically it's all just one big state park.
One big state park.
Yes.
Can we get to one area from the other without getting back in our cars, or?
Not presently. That's in the plans for a possible future shuttle between those areas within the park property. But right now there are two entrances.
For the public?
Yes.
Do the workers, the rangers, et cetera, do they have a back road somewhere?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You guys have a way.
There's a series of those secret roads through the property. Yeah.
Now, we all have loved, anybody who's been there knows about the Cracker Village. I always love going there. It's kind of like neat to kind of try to remember what it must have been. Oh, not remember, but imagine what it must have been like once upon a time.
Right, a little bit of a time capsule.
So are we doing that with the Christmas season? Are we going to learn what Christmas might have felt like for the early settlers?
We are, and the Pioneer Garden Club had the idea, and I'm going to let Caren describe a little bit of that. They're taking the lead on this event. The museum is in more of a supportive or a partner role.
This is a great idea. I love this idea.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
Caren, how did the idea come about?
Well, actually, our president, Marge Hendon, her heart has really been with the Cracker Village for some time because her family has been involved. Actually, her mom's sister, Edna, married a fellow by the name of Freeman Godwin. And Freeman Godwin owned a sawmill. And he built their home, which was a cracker home years ago, with the wood that he had process there in his sawmill. And over time, it was decided that a replica of that would be built over at Camp Kiwanis. And then as that was done, it really wasn't viewed as much as they thought it would be, so it was decided to relocate that particular replica to the Silver River Museum, where there's so much educational activity going on, and many more people would see it. So it was a really exciting time, and I understand that they gathered all the family, friends, neighbors together, and in one day, they were able to put up the Godwin house, the replica. And then following that came the church was also done, which also was served as a schoolhouse. But one of the neat things during that time, during that construction day, both events, Aunt Edna actually made what she called a hobo stew or a cracker stew. And into that goes anything and everything you can possibly think of, except beets and nothing sweet.
Except beets, okay.
Yes, and nothing sweet.
Hey.
So
I don't know if I want to eat that.
You'll like it then. You don't like beets.
We will be serving that.
Yeah, but anything and everything, that sounds like brains, etc.
Pioneer Garden Club will actually be serving a cracker stew the day of the event.
Oh my gosh.
Along with gingerbread and cornbread and a beverage to go with that for $5.
You said that.
Oh, wow. That's a good price. Maybe I will try it.
Yeah, we got to try that. And you said that the proceeds will benefit?
Definitely. They will benefit the scholarships that Pioneer Garden Club gives at the end of our season, which is in May. Mm-hmm. We give scholarships to the horticulture and students getting into the earth sciences fields. We also give scholarships to kids that go to the Florida Nature Camp, Camp Wekiva.
Mm-hmm. We have loved that Cracker Village for a long time. I don't think I ever heard the story of how it was set up and all of that, so that was kind of interesting. But you're doing something special this Saturday, in addition to the stew. Are we calling it a stew? It's a stew?
You can call it stone soup. You can call it hobo soup. Yeah.
But I mean, are there decorations and anything like that?
Absolutely. We have 6 circles. We have 106 members this year in the Pioneer Garden Club of Ocala, and 2 circles have adopted each house. So the Godwin house, the Hinton house will be decorated by 2 different groups each, and then the church and the schoolhouse will be decorated by 2 circles. And what we've tried to do is not bring in all the glitzy decorations that we're familiar with these days, but we're using natural, native plant materials and things that they would have used back then. So what we're doing is actually helping our residents here in Marion County to experience a Christmas of the 1800s, and it's a first-time ever educational event. You'll be stepping back in time. The whole village will be adorned in period Christmas decor, and it's going to have choirs wandering the grounds singing every hour on the hour.
Nice.
And we'll have homemade baked cookies and breads and handmade gifts for purchase. That and the cracker meal will actually benefit the scholarships that we do.
Wow. Are we obligated to anything on Saturday? Can we go, Robert?
But before 5:30. We can go before 5:30, so it starts at 10, so we'll be able to go.
It goes 10 to 8
Saturday
p.m.
morning.
Oh, that's right. We do have something for Saturday.
Yeah, but not till 5:30.
Okay, 5:30.
There's also going to be docents in each building in period dress, 1800s dress.
So who are they? Who are these people? Were they born and raised here, or did they move down from up north? Where did they come from?
All of the above. Yeah,
Really?
a lot of local folks their families have been in the area for generations, like the Godwins and the Peebles and those folks who actually settled Marion County. They're certainly involved. But folks who have relocated here or retired here, who are history buffs and are involved in the community, they jump right in.
And where was the first settlement? What fell? Something just fell.
One of the very earliest settlements started with Fort King. And that became the county seat and eventually led to the founding of Ocala. But Silver Springs would have been a very early settlement, the riverboats coming in. And these folks would have lived, as the buildings and the lifestyle in the Cracker Village are portrayed. So it's about 1890s.
So that area by the fort is the oldest area in the community?
I don't know if it's the oldest, but it's one of the earliest, Larry. The fort was there in the 1830s.
And all of the history is depicted in the Silver River Museum. So while we're there visiting the Cracker Village and things, we can go and take a tour of the museum.
That's right. And the museum's actually open till 8 p.m., the same time as the Cracker Village is open, and the museum's free that day. So really the only admission fee is the state park entrance fee, which is $8 for a carload of up to 8 people.
By the way, speaking of gifts, isn't that annual pass a very for me, we go to, I've been to Silver Springs more since it became a state park than I ever went when it was a tourist attraction.
Yeah, and if you pay the entrance fee into the state park, you can go in both entrances. So you can come out and see the Cracker Village, go to the museum. And then you can drive around to Silver Springs and pull right in there as part of the same admission fee.
But wouldn't that be a nice gift to give somebody an annual pass?
Sure it would, yeah.
Park, yeah.
State Park, Florida is one of the best in the country.
The whole state, right? Oh, yeah, talk about the proclamation. You had a proclamation. So am I right? This is going to be an annual event?
We hope to, yeah. I think that we've gotten very, very positive responses from everyone that we've talked to. And I know that the Star Banner is going to run a story in the Go section. Dave Schlinker with the Go section has been very interested in it.
He's wonderful.
This is it's the first time that we've done this. So, we've had ideas before, but we've never acted on them. And then when Marge Hendon from the Pioneer Garden Club brought this idea to us, it was easier for us to say, yeah, we'll help. But the Pioneer Garden Club actually had the Board of County Commissioners for Marion County issue a proclamation, and Caren has that with her right here in the studio.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's a beautiful proclamation, and we thank them so much for that. But I have a special note, too, that I wanted to mention about the very first choir. All these choirs will be singing, or they could be groups of family members that have volunteered to sing throughout the day on Saturday. But the first one at 11 o'clock is the Connor Choir, and they're actually made up of friends and family of the Godwins. Connor Road is actually the road that Edna Godwin was born on and lived all of her life on.
Oh, wow.
And so this is really special. The very first choir will actually be people, ancestors of, those that actually helped.
Oh, that is cool.
It is.
Anything about the actual songs in their day, Obviously, Frosty the Snowman was probably not a song yet. I mean, do we know what songs might have been sung back then?
I don't personally. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be fun.
Oh, okay.
I spoke with Marge, and she said that she was asking for old-time Christmas music, and a lot of those would have probably been old Southern gospel hymns.
Probably, yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
In fact, I believe that she probably passed on a few choirs who only sang contemporary Christmas music because she wanted some of the old-time music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are actually 2 spots open at 3 and 4. So if there's some groups out there that are listening today and they would
really?
like to give us a call, you could check maybe with the radio station here, and they'll have the number for...
We'll connect you with them.
Karen, I've heard that Larry and Robin have great voices. So should we write you down for 3 or 4?
Gosh, that'd be fun to do, but I don't know that we're what you're looking for. I don't know about that. Yeah, we would love to do that. So the decorations, so everything that we're looking at will have some kind of, and listening to will have some kind of historical significance in the food that we'll be eating as well.
And all the gifts that have been made by our garden club members, we tried to do things that they would have made back then. We have everything from little hand-crocheted tea towels for the kitchen, the oyster ornaments that they would have had plenty of oyster shells that they hung on.
I'm going to buy those for gifts.
And we have beautiful hand-painted chairs that our members have done that'll have plants in them that you can use in your sunroom or your veranda. So there'll be quite a variety. We'll have preserves, we'll have note cards, many, many gift ideas. And again, this all benefits the scholarships that we do. And we'd really like people to, we'd like to encourage people to take a peek at our websites. For the Silver River Museum, it's just as the name, silverrivermuseum.com, and also Pioneer Garden Club. .org. So,
well, thank you both for coming in and for sharing this and for coming up with such a wonderful idea. It's one of those ideas you have to ask yourself, gosh, why didn't we do this earlier?
Right.
What took us so long? But thank you for coming up with the idea.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you for hosting the idea, and we'll be there.
We'll look forward to seeing you.
We'll be there. So it's this Saturday, December 6th, from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. Just pay for entrance into the park, and you're in.
That's right.
And then you got to pay for the food, $5 for the food.
Yeah.
The what's it called?
Stone soup.
Stone soup.
Yeah.
Stone soup
or hobo stew.
Any brains in it? Just tell me that. Okay.
We have to be adventurous.
Yeah, but if it's brains, I don't want it.
Larry, you ask after you've eaten it.
Scott Mitchell, good to see you again. Thank you for coming in.
You. Appreciate you.
Caren Holliday, what a beautiful name. Thank you so much for coming in. We will take a little break. We will be right back.
Are you a mom looking for inspiration? Are you creative? Mamazine.com is a lifestyle blog designed for the local mom to be inspired by the beauty of motherhood while staying current on local events and issues. Visit Mamazine.com today to find events around town, recipes, imaginative play ideas, and more. Mamazine.com.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.